Welcome. Let's talk about peace. Real, lasting peace. The kind that settles in your heart, not just in your surroundings. It's a peace that transcends the external chaos and finds its home within you. It's closer than you think. Often, we search for peace in distant places, in the quiet of nature, or in the stillness of a moment. But true peace is not a destination. It's a journey inward. It starts with a simple yet profound act, letting go of expectations. Expectations can be like invisible chains, holding us back from experiencing the present moment fully. We all have them, these expectations. They are woven into the fabric of our lives, often without us even realizing it. They whisper in our ears, telling us who we should be, what we should achieve, and how our lives should unfold. These whispers can become a constant background noise, shaping our thoughts and actions. But here's the secret: true peace isn't found in perfectly meeting these expectations. It's not about ticking off every box on a checklist or living up to an idealized version of ourselves. It's discovered when we learn to let them go. When we release the need to control every outcome, we open ourselves up to the beauty of the unexpected. This journey towards inner peace begins with understanding expectations themselves. We need to ask ourselves, where do these expectations come from? Are they truly ours, or have they been imposed upon us by society, family, or our own fears? Where do they come from? Often they are rooted in our past experiences, our upbringing, and the cultural norms we have absorbed over time. How do they shape our experiences? Expectations can color our perception of reality, making us see the world through a lens of shoulds and musts, rather than what is. And most importantly, how can we loosen their grip and find freedom? Expectations are like invisible threads woven through the fabric of our lives. They come from everywhere: our families, our culture, our society. We internalize these messages, carrying them with us as we navigate the world. Think about it. From a young age, we are told to excel in school, to pursue prestigious careers, to find the perfect partner, to raise perfect children. These societal norms become our own internal yardsticks, measuring our worth and dictating our choices. But what happens when these expectations go unmet? What happens when life throws us a curveball and our carefully crafted plans crumble? The answer is often stress, disappointment, and a sense of inadequacy. Unmet expectations can be a heavy burden to bear. They often weigh us down, creating a sense of disappointment and frustration that can be hard to shake off. Imagine pouring your heart and soul into a project at work, only to have it rejected. The hours of dedication, the late nights, and the sacrifices you made seem to be in vain. The rejection feels personal, as if it's a direct reflection of your worth and capabilities. Or envision planning the perfect date night with your partner, only to have it fall apart due to unforeseen circumstances. You had envisioned a night of laughter, connection, and romance, but instead you're left with feelings of disappointment and a sense of failure. These experiences sting deeply. They leave us feeling deflated and questioning our abilities. We start to wonder if we are truly capable of achieving our goals, or if we are destined to face disappointment time and time again. We may start to doubt ourselves, wondering where we went wrong and why we weren't good enough. The self-doubt creeps in, and we begin to question our decisions, our skills, and even our worth as individuals. Take a moment to reflect on a time when your own expectations were not met. Think about the emotions you felt and the thoughts that ran through your mind. It's important to acknowledge these feelings and understand that they are a natural response to unmet expectations. How did it make you feel? Did you feel a sense of loss, frustration, or even anger? These emotions are valid and are a part of the human experience. What thoughts ran through your mind? Did you question your abilities or your worth? Did you wonder if you would ever be able to meet your own expectations or the expectations of others? The truth is, unmet expectations are a part of life. They are inevitable and unavoidable. No matter how much we plan or prepare, there will always be factors beyond our control that can alter the outcome. They are not a reflection of our worth or our abilities. Instead, they are opportunities for growth and learning. Each unmet expectation teaches us something valuable about ourselves and the world around us. They are simply a reminder that life is unpredictable, and we cannot control everything. Embracing this unpredictability allows us to be more resilient and adaptable, helping us to navigate the ups and downs of life with grace and strength. So, the next time you face unmet expectations, take a deep breath and remind yourself that it's okay. It's okay to feel disappointed, but it's also okay to let go and move forward. Use these moments as stepping stones to build a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. Remember, it's not the unmet expectations that define us, but how we respond to them. Embrace the journey, learn from the experiences, and continue to strive for your goals with renewed determination and hope. While external expectations can weigh us down, it's often our own self-imposed standards that hold us back the most. We set impossibly high bars for ourselves, striving for perfection in every area of our lives. We push ourselves relentlessly in our careers, sacrificing our health and well-being in the pursuit of success. We put immense pressure on ourselves to be the perfect partners, parents, and friends, neglecting our own needs in the process. This relentless pursuit of perfection is a recipe for burnout and dissatisfaction. It leaves us feeling constantly inadequate, like we are never doing enough or being enough. Section 5. The illusion of perfection. The pursuit of perfection is an illusion. It's a mirage that shimmers in the distance, promising happiness and fulfillment, but always remaining just out of reach. The more we chase it, the more elusive it becomes. Think about a time when you strived for perfection in a particular area of your life. Perhaps you were determined to get a perfect score on an exam, or maybe you were fixated on throwing the perfect dinner party. Did achieving this perfection bring you lasting happiness? Or did it simply leave you feeling empty and wanting more? The truth is, perfection is an impossible standard. It's a moving target that we can never fully hit. Section 6. Choosing compassion over criticism. So how do we break free from the trap of expectations and embrace a more peaceful way of being? It starts with self-compassion. Self-compassion is the practice of treating ourselves with the same kindness and care that we would offer to a dear friend. It involves recognizing our own suffering and responding to it with warmth and understanding, rather than harsh judgment. Instead of beating ourselves up for our perceived shortcomings, we can choose to treat ourselves with kindness and understanding. This shift in perspective allows us to see our mistakes and failures as opportunities for growth, rather than as evidence of our inadequacy. By being gentle with ourselves, we can foster a sense of inner peace and resilience. This means shifting our focus from perfection to progress. Perfection is an unattainable goal that often leads to frustration and self-criticism. Progress, on the other hand, is about making small, consistent steps towards our goals. It's about recognizing and celebrating the effort we put in, regardless of the outcome. It means celebrating our small wins and acknowledging our efforts, even when we don't achieve everything we set out to do. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a victory worth celebrating. This positive reinforcement helps to build our confidence and motivation, making it easier to continue on our path. It means practicing mindfulness, paying attention to the present moment without judgment. Mindfulness allows us to become more aware of our thoughts and feelings, and to respond to them with compassion rather than criticism. By staying present, we can better appreciate the journey we are on, rather than constantly striving for a future that may never come. When we approach ourselves with compassion, we create space for growth and self-acceptance. This compassionate mindset encourages us to take care of our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. It allows us to set healthy boundaries, prioritize self-care, and seek support when needed. We release the pressure to be perfect and allow ourselves to be human, flaws and all. Embracing our imperfections and treating ourselves with kindness can lead to a more fulfilling and balanced life. By choosing compassion over criticism, we can cultivate a deeper sense of self-love and acceptance, ultimately leading to greater happiness and well-being. Section 7. Navigating external expectations. While self-compassion is crucial, it's also important to address the expectations placed upon us by others. These expectations can come from our families, our partners, our friends, and even our colleagues. When these expectations are not aligned with our own values or desires, they can create friction and resentment. We may feel pressured to conform to others' ideals, sacrificing our own authenticity in the process. This is where boundaries come in. Setting healthy boundaries is essential for protecting our emotional well-being and preserving our sense of self. Often, disappointment stems from unspoken expectations. We hope that our loved ones will anticipate our needs and fulfill our desires without us having to explicitly state them. However, this can lead to misunderstandings and hurt feelings. For example, imagine feeling unappreciated by your partner because they didn't acknowledge a special occasion. You may have expected a grand gesture, but they were unaware of its significance to you. These situations highlight the importance of open and honest communication in our relationships. By clearly expressing our needs and expectations, we can avoid unnecessary conflicts and foster deeper connections. Instead of expecting others to change or conform to our ideals, we can practice acceptance. This doesn't mean condoning hurtful behavior, but rather acknowledging that everyone is on their own journey and we cannot control their choices. Open communication is key. Express your needs and desires without demanding or expecting others to fulfill them. Listen with empathy to their perspectives, even if they differ from your own. Remember, relationships thrive on mutual respect and understanding, not on meeting unrealistic expectations. Affirmations can be powerful tools in our journey of letting go. By repeating positive statements to ourselves, we can gradually shift our mindset and embrace a more peaceful way of being. Try incorporating affirmations like, "I accept others as they are," or "I am worthy of love and belonging, regardless of whether I meet others' expectations." These affirmations, when practiced regularly, can help rewire our subconscious mind and cultivate a deeper sense of self-acceptance. Ultimately, peace is an inside job. It's not about changing the world around us, but rather transforming the world within us. It's about releasing the need to control, the desire to please, and the pressure to be perfect. Let go of the expectations that bind you. Embrace the present moment with all its imperfections. Cultivate self-compassion. Practice acceptance, and communicate your needs with love and honesty. There, in the quiet surrender of expectations, you'll find the peace you've been searching for. It has always been within you, waiting to be discovered.